Yay Media Group.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS.
You want to hear I don't know if it's sad or what kind of story we want to frame this out to be. Did I tell you that I had to throw away 2 couches at Pinky's? I don't think I did.
Well, you messaged me saying something like it was the worst day.
Worst day of my life. So coffee shops naturally attract the unhoused population. And
I didn't know that. That's interesting. I guess because people can go in and sit down. Okay.
I mean, because they can you can charge your phone, you can sit down, stay for a while. So we unfortunately have to have a very strict policy on this because there are a lot of homeless people that come down to Cedar Springs, and for our staff safety, our rule is we don't ever give them anything because say you have 2 guys there, someone's asking for water, sure, it's fine to give it. But if I have one female there and she says, no, I'm not giving you water, and that person gets combative, then it's just her versus them. It can be an unsafe situation. So we had this one lady come in, and she's been a problem before. And she comes in, she plops down on a couch, and you know what she does? She pees. She pees.
Oh my God.
And our staff is like, hey, you need to get out. We're the police are on their way. And she's like, well, I already called them too. And so then she switched couches and she puts a blanket down on top of herself. And then the firemen walk in. We have a fire station right next door. And they're like, who is called 3 times from this location? And the lady starts screaming, rips off her blanket. This hoe, mind you, she's maybe late 40s, early 50s.
Okay.
Always very clearly on drugs, is having a miscarriage on my couch.
Oh my God.
Fully bled all over my couches.
Oh my God.
I know.
So you threw them away?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what else? So imagine just of all people, the gays were like, what is it? Thought she was dying from the inside out.
Oh my God. Well, I'm glad she called the cops because she may have needed medical attention too. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm down 2 couches.
Oh, so I guess you have a place, you're just going to have to replace them.
Yeah.
That's expensive and sucks.
Right.
No, if you kept the pea couch
horror.
and the other one.
No, I cannot keep the miscarriage couch.
Oh my God.
That'd be terrible.
That's insane. So was that your New Year?
No, that was my Christmas.
New Year how was your New Year? Because you always go to.
We went to New York, and this was the 250th anniversary of America or something like that. This is our birthday. And it was great. I would say the least packed Times Square has been, which
oh, that's interesting.
Was nice. But there was so much confetti. They were throwing confetti for 12 minutes. It was a long time. So much so that people were complaining apparently at home because you couldn't see the ball drop because there was so much confetti in the air.
Okay, so but you're with your husband's company. So yeah.
We were outside for the ball drop and all that stuff. Thankfully, we were not one of the people that was outside in diapers. We were at a private party.
Because that's what I was going to ask.
In Times Square. But it was so cold. I could imagine. Last year it rained, and not doing that. This year it didn't rain, but we got to take my husband's sister and her family, and then our friend Jordan came too. And so it was a lot of fun. It was freezing cold, but it was New York at Christmas time, I think, is just the best time to go. It was a lot lot of fun. But it's one that we've done it 3 years in a row now. And like, not to be
again? I guess
no, I don't.
I would not either. I would not want to do it once. That like New York and on New Year would be my, I know that you're younger than me. It would be my nightmare, I think.
Well, I mean, it still is my nightmare because we have to stay in Times Square because you have to be like within the gates to even like get to the party you're going to. So you have to stay in Times Square, which is like just my living hell as it is. But we make it through. And then just like day of, it's so hard to get anywhere because the streets are blocked and like they have fire trucks and trash trucks blocking all the side streets. And Zach's niece or nephew was like, why do they have these? And I was like, oh, because someone every year inevitably will try to drive their car through the street to like get to Times Square. Every year it happens and they don't make it very far because they have the trash trucks lined up to stop you. But it's just like, oh.
What's so crazy is I did not realize that people wore diapers until I think I watched like a news thing on it and people were like talking very openly about how they just.
Well, I've actually never met someone that
go to the bathroom in their pants.
I've asked people like in their little corrals, like, you wearing a diaper? And no, they're not.
But you can't go to the bathroom and come back. But also if you're drinking, I would, my diaper would be full. Because once I break the seal, it's over.
There were people that broke into our party just to use the restroom.
Oh, like, I don't blame them.
So I didn't either. But like,
I do not blame them at all.
What I do think is very interesting because they say there's 1 million people in Times Square. If there were 100,000, I'd be shocked. They pre-record everything like 3 or 4 times, just like in case anything goes wrong. Like you at home won't know that like Times Square is on fire because they pre-recorded this so many times, but they will move the crowd. There's 3 stages and they will move the crowd to like wherever they need people to be.
Okay, so who are the performers? I did not watch. I mean, I remember us turning the TV on and like for the like last 5 minutes for the countdown, but we didn't have the TV on.
I actually don't even know.
You didn't watch the performers.
I saw Rita Ora rehearsing the day before. Who's the lady? Diana Ross.
Oh, I would like her.
I saw her.
Yeah.
Sierra.
Okay. She's so pretty. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can like think of.
And then does Andy and Anderson, do they do the...
Yes. And I have not seen it in a few years just because we've been there and we don't like have it on TV. I've just heard that it is like dragging watching them do their New Year's thing. Like it's just
because
like...
they're not drunk anymore? Like,
well, no, they are.
Drink?
And so there's just like dead space. And it's like, say something.
Oh, yeah. That would be hard. I mean, just sometimes even doing the podcast, talking for 30 minutes, I'm like, what, sometimes my life is real. I mean, most of the time I just do, groceries and carpool. And I'm like, how do I make this interesting? And sometimes I'm sure it's not. So thank you for listening. But
what did go viral, though, was the jacket that Andy Cohen was wearing during the broadcast. It's this blue, really pretty blue jacket. It's on sale. I almost ordered it. It was kind of expensive.
Who's it by?
Mackage, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
It's on sale for like $700. It was really pretty jacket, but it was like 14 degrees. It was very cold. So,
oh God, that was colder than probably what I was in.
And windy. Oh,
see, no, I would hate that. No. So we just did a party at our house in Montana, and my sister-in-law, there were like multiple birthdays, which was kind of weird, right? Like, one of my sister-in-law's birthday is New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. Brandy's son, Bruin, his birthday was New Year's Eve. And then we had an engagement, which...
What?
Yes. Oh my God, I did not tell... Okay, I'll tell you about this engagement too. I was part of it. Like, I had the most
I saw this on TikTok.
And
the most important part.
The most important part. It wasn't the man or the ring. It was me. Saved the day. And then who else? And then there was a friend of my sister-in-law who had a birthday the day after. So like on actual, like the first. So we had multiple birthdays. So I get a message, which is kind of interesting, right? Like whenever it's your house and you get a message about people planning a party and they're like, hey, this is what we're doing for New Year. We hired a sushi. I'm like happy. I didn't have to do anything. We hired a sushi chef and I'm like, amazing. I don't have to worry about food. Thank you. And then they had a theme, which was fire and ice. Not my favorite theme, but I feel like I can do white. So I was like, okay, I can go along with this. I don't know if it was wear red, I would be putting my foot down. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing this. But I was like, okay, fire and ice. I can wear like a white dress. I have white stuff. And I had this sweater dress that I've had for like 4 months. I was waiting for an opportunity to wear it.
Dress.
And I was like, this is my moment to shine. And then they had fire dancers, right? We didn't know that they had fire dancers until the sushi chef was coming in, kind of getting everything ready. And they were like, where do we put the fire dancers? And I was like, well, not inside my house, I'll tell you that. So
wait, where do you find fire dancers in Whitefish,
I did not
Montana?
find them, but they are there. Before this goes completely off the rails, quick break, don't move.
Okay, so where we left off.
So there are these 4 fire dancers that came, right? So these people come in and like our house is kind of interesting where like there are so many random, like, because whenever we're there, it's like people from Dallas will come by and then people from, like we have friends in Montana. And then like, I feel like when people are skiing, a lot of people will call us and say, can we park our car at your house? And
so there's a lot of people in and out.
Go for it. So there is like a lot of people that are just kind of organically in and out, which can be great. And it can also be annoying. It just depends on how I feel that day. And so I saw these people come, through and I did not know, but I'm like, well, but it could be like, Travis's siblings, friends, or, somebody local. I don't know. So then they were the surprise. And whenever we were telling them how to set up, we were like, okay, well, the fire dancers are gonna have to go outside, like in the corner, because like I cannot have that. There's nowhere else for it. I mean, it's snowing outside. So anyway, they do a little fire dance, like these 4 fire dancers, they take turns. One girl's definitely, I feel like that one girl and one guy definitely outshined the other 2. I kind of felt bad I was like, y'all other 2 need to practice more. Because they were good. They're not as good though, you know, like they were definitely 2 stars of the show. And, but it's so funny because I feel like the girl forgot to charge her phone. And also on the mountain, if it sucks your charge pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. So like when they start, they have this music playing, and in the middle of the first song, by the way, it says low battery. I'm like, oh my gosh, these people did not charge their phone, and they're going to have to do a full performance. I'm here for this. And it lasted almost their entire performance until the very last song where they did, what's that song? You know, you got to let it burn, burn, burn. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God.
Oh, the Ellie Goulding song.
Yeah, the Ellie Goulding song.
It'll burn. That
was their finale song. All 4 of them were there to perform their heart out for us. And when I say the low battery, like their phone finally died, we had to continue singing it for them. But yeah, so that's what happens. We have fire performers, great food. And then around 10:30, I was feeling uncomfortable. This started at 6:30, by the way. We had the most amazing bartender, and he had it was like a flower, and it was called a fizz something.
It like numbs your mouth?
Yes, and he made this great drink, and then Brandi was like, oh, did you eat the buzz something? It's like the buzz pin or buzz button. Yeah. And I said, no, I did not. And then she was like, Brandi said, oh, you should eat it. It's great. So then I ate it and I really regretted it.
Yeah, I hate those things.
My mouth tingled for like 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. But it was great. The bartender was fantastic. It was 10 out of 10, amazing. But we started too early. And I knew that as soon as I got the itinerary, but it was not my party. I was like, ooh, this is way too early. We are going to fade quickly. Mm-hmm. So 10:30, I'm uncomfortable. I'm in my boots. It's in my house. Also, I hate being super dressed up in my house. My sweater dress. And I went up to Travis and I said, listen, would you still love me if I change into my pajamas? Because I want to be myself on New Year's. I feel very uncomfortable. And he said,
New Year's, same you.
He said, you go do it. You just go for it. And Brandi, I said, hey, do you want to change into your pajamas? So I wasn't the only one. And then, so we changed into our pajamas. And made out with my husband on New Year's. It was great. But yes, but then I got nervous because so many people listen to this podcast, and I was like, if I change into my pajamas, are people going to feel like they have to leave? It's only 10:30, but nobody really cared. So
didn't work.
Yeah, they were like, whatever. But it was great.
Sounds like great New Year's.
Yes, it was perfect. I also I was on TikTok and I saw this person who had an electric shovel. Have you ever seen these?
What?
Yes.
No.
They were amazing, like electric shoveler. And I said, this is my dream. And I'm going to go buy one. It like literally shovels, it's not like really a shovel. But it like takes the snow and then it just spits it out, right? And it's like, it looks like a little
push mower?
Like a little tiny one though, like almost like a vacuum. It's the size of a vacuum, which was is perfect. And my steps, our front steps, we have everything heated except for our front steps, which is so stupid. But we had to buy another boiler and it was very expensive. So we were like, you know what? This is where we cut the cost. So I bought that. It was very exciting. And my dad did our steps the whole time he was there. It was great, great. Huh. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Hollman on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
And follow her on TikTok.
Follow me on TikTok. You're going to be so excited about how little effort I put into
And follow me on TikTok too. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast. You can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS. Bye.
Yay Media Group.